Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Good to have you join us once again. I'm Austin Okonakwan. On the show tonight, we will give you updates coming from the Africa Senior Wrestling Championship. It's going down right there in Tunisia. Team Nigeria, we told you the first batch left yesterday. The second batch, they are down there now in Tunis. The draw has been done. Nigeria, the defending champions. Remember, we hosted at the last edition in Port Harcourt. Can they retain their title? Those North Africans, they are getting set also to, give the country, that's Nigeria, a good competition. We'll talk about that one on the program tonight. Civil Defenders Basketball Club. Remember the story of that team? We told you when they went to Cotonou to get into the Elite Eight. They will kickstart proceedings into the Elite Eight when they take on AS Saleh tomorrow in Abuja. Yes, the Package B of the National Stadium will host that one, 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So let's see what Civil Defenders can do. Rubbing shoulders with the best of the best. We talk about club basketball in Africa. I want to wish them all the best. We'll talk about it on the program tonight. Hopefully, we're going to get the team manager to join us. If he doesn't, we'll just run through how they made it to the Elite Eight in the FIBA Africa Basketball League. Also on the show tonight, I'll continue our countdown to the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. I told you it will take place in France. It will kick off on the 7th of June and run till the 7th of July. The Super Falcons of Nigeria, they've been preparing. Coach Thomas Denaby believes he's got a team that can go to that championship and impress. Nigerian football fans are also expectant. Some of them are optimistic. Others are asking questions if they can actually get out of that tough group. It's football. Anything can happen. We'll touch base with the Super Falcons. Our latest ranking has been done. What position are they now? I will tell you on the program tonight. So stay with us. Also on the show, the second edition of the NFF ITO Awards will be done next week, Monday. Yes. What does that award seek to do? Honor individuals, officials, administrators, players, and legends of football in the country. Just to say well done for everything they're doing. And the NFF believes that in doing that, that's another way to develop football in the country. Yes, the Channels Kids Cup received the Developmental Award last year. I think we will get it again. We should get it again because we are doing all we can to develop football at the grassroots. So we're looking forward to that one also. A presser was done today in Lagos, and then the organizer says they're going to give honor to whom it is due, particularly the class of 94. Remember that powerful class of 94? Yes, and we want to pray for the souls of members of that class that have passed away. Rashidi Yakini, God bless his soul. Stephen Okechukwu Keshi, God bless his soul. Also Thompson Olia, Uche Okafor. Yeah, we will talk about that one when we get to that segment. Also, we'll take a look at match day 13 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. What a story we're having, and it's getting interesting match after match. So let's see what MFM and Aimba Football Club of Aba will give to us on Sunday at the Agege Stadium. That one is a major talking point, and the NNL is back. We've got fixtures and, of course, other formalities that we get the NNL on the way. That's about the outlook of the show tonight, wherever you are in the world. This is the Fun Factory Sports Tonight on Channels Television. I want you to be part of the program. Talk to us. What are you talking about? Yes, Manchester United fans are still celebrating that the board didn't make a mistake in giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a contract to stay at the club. Manchester United fans, let's keep that conversation going. Also on Twitter, we're channels_sports, Facebook channels, Sports. You can send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. What are you talking about? Use the hashtag you want to. It's a racy, pacey, exciting, interesting, money-spinning world of sports. Hashtag Super Falcons, hashtag MPFL, hashtag NNL, hashtag NFF Awards, hashtag basketball. Yes, because club basketball will get our attention also on the show tonight. So much is going down. I want you to be part of it. So that's the way you can be part of the program. Just in case you just are watching this show, welcome on board. You'll love it. I promise you that. You're about to have the best time of your life watching television. Talk to us, Twitter channels, _sports, Facebook channels, Sports. And let me know where you are watching from or where you're sending your message from. Let's spread the love. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube /channels web. Log on to m.channelstv.com. Download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you see right there. It will help you. keep up with the pace of what we're doing tonight on the program, because so much is happening in our world of sport, and I want you to be part of it. Talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. Let me introduce the guys that are with us in the studio. This guy came all the way from Uyo in Akwa Ibom State, loves Akwa United, follows the league passionately, and also a journalist. Promise Etim is with us in the studio. Promise, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Fantastic evening. Fantastic atmosphere. Nice to see Alfred once again. I think I've not seen him for a very long time. He looks smashing and very exciting as usual.
Yeah, good. So it's good to have Promise, and of course, Alfred Okoligwe is back. Friday night is always here, and he doesn't come around without his heart. Alfred, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Very exciting evening, Austin. Just like Promise said, it's somebody that you know, there are people you relate with so closely on social media, and you get to see them, you just walk past, and you now say, okay, that's the guy. Oh, that's it's been a while. It's nice to see that our good friend is, with the politics period over, our good friend is Hela Haiti, and he's looking good.
Yeah, so that's it. Promise Etim and Alfred Okoligwe. And of course, you, wherever you are in the world, let's play for the love of the game. Let me give you a quick update. We're set for the African Senior Wrestling Championships. The best of wrestlers in Africa, not WWE, is not entertainment. So those guys, they mean business, freestyling, Greco-Roman, and of course, a lot of turning around and pinning down on the mat. Oduayo Adekuroye has been doing so well for Nigeria as a shining light and a model for the development of wrestling. Not just Oduayo, there's also Aminat Adeni, there's Blessing Oborodudu, and of course there's Mercy Genesis. Now we even have Simisola Balogun coming up the ranks. You see what we're talking about? Talent discovery and development. She was discovered last year and she's doing so well. Now there's also Bosse. For the men, there's still Melvin Bibo, who is doing so well also. There's Amas Daniel. But in all of these that we're talking about, these wrestlers, there is a vibrant federation led by Daniel Igali, who is also an Olympian, won gold medal in wrestling, but not for Nigeria, for Canada. But he did that, and he said, no, but I'll bring back the expertise back home. And he's been trying to make wrestling admirable. The team, they are right there in Tunis. That's where it will be going down. And Nigeria complete at the moment, and they've done the draw. So Alfred, what we've been saying about wrestling, for me to be good to go to Tunis and retain, win it, but let's not put pressure. This is a time to look at the team, assess the team, and have Tokyo 2020 in mind.
I mean, I'm sure the wrestlers will be excited to just attend this championship. We know the pressure that teams, federations come under when there's an event like this, and the talk of no money each time a continental champion comes around.
And it came up again.
It came up this time around, but they were able to solve the problem, and they are in Tunis. I think now what they need to do is just to concentrate on the business of what taking them to Tunisia. Defending champion is a big one.
Yeah.
Experience, they have it in quantum. Look at some of the names you were reading out. Aminat Adeni, Oduayo Adekuroye, Amaz Janet. These are almost like household names. You know them. Yeah. I mean, anybody that follows wrestling, you know these names like you know the Super Eagles players. Because that's it. The moment you mention wrestling, the name Oduayo Adekuroye, Mercy Genesis comes up. Because over the years they've been attending several competitions. I will know that the good thing now is that now they've attended the African Championship. It helps your qualification for the Olympics. That's the ultimate. That's right. Because if you don't attend this championship, now that it's on the continent, you don't attend. Is it when it's somewhere in Greece or that you will attend? So this is the opportunity that they have as continental champions. You get automatically you get the ticket to the Olympics. That's right. And it's something to really fight for.
I totally agree with you. And Promise, look, it even goes beyond just competing. It's good experience in the bag, exposure, because they get to compete with the best of the best in Africa.
I think I agree with Alfred in what is actually said in that direction. You look at it from this perspective. These are generally experiences they will garner that perhaps will be very helpful when they go to the Olympics. I think Igali has done a great job. I'm pretty impressed with the sort of competition he's actually engaged the wrestlers in the past couple of months. It goes to show that he has passion, not just passion for it. He has the motivation, and perhaps also serving as a motivation to the wrestlers that we're hoping to win laurels for us in the future. I think it's a great one, and we can only hope for the best. Let's
Yeah.
see if wrestling can actually give us an edge in the Olympics, because we've got great wrestlers in this country, and perhaps we have a pedigree in Africa as long as wrestling is concerned.
I totally agree with both of them, and it would have been embarrassing for Nigeria not to compete at the Africa Senior Wrestling Championship in Tunis. Funding as a problem popped up again, but the federation, they had to fight. They said, no way, come, you big elephant. Let's see what we can do to also shut you up. But it means we need to look into it. Structurally, there must be something wrong, because the Wrestling Federation, they have the talent, they've been achieving success. Daniel Igali, you need to see the president train with the team. He still fights with them, he gears up. That means that's somebody that knows the sport and is relevant. So we'll continue to monitor it. Hopefully Nigeria will put up a good competition, win medals there, but I'm saying that shouldn't be the focus. The focus for the federation is to identify those wrestlers that can go to Tokyo 2020 and make an impact. Because remember, at the Rio Olympics, all of them fell. And we know the story of lack of preparation. So let's see what they can do this time. Let's get on with the show now. Play some basketball. Nigeria's remaining continental campaigners, they're called the Civil Defenders Basketball Club of Abuja. They'll set the ball rolling in the maiden edition, in the maiden Africa Elite 8 League campaign, and they're doing it tomorrow at home against AS Saleh of Morocco. This same AS Saleh embarrassed Rivers Hoopers, and we know why it happened that way. So Civil Defenders, probably not favorites to top that Group B to reach the Elite 8, but they needed to do that, and they did the job done properly in Cotonou, Benin Republic, when they defeated the home team, Alain Sportive, to make it to the last 8. So when you get to this stage, you start dreaming big. We're trying to get a team manager, but I think they're putting final touches to tomorrow's match. They don't want to leave anything behind. So I don't think you'll be able to speak to us tonight, but pictures of the team when they went to Cotonou, they did so well, reached the last 8. Tomorrow the match will be played 3:30 p.m. Package B of the National Stadium in Abuja. Guys, this is what we can do. These North Africans, they don't mind coming to lose at your place, because they know at home, Alfred, they will get good support. So let's use good support also to win this one tomorrow.
I mean, for basketball fullers, it can't come bigger than this. It's been a while that, basketball on the home front seemed to suffer a lull, sort of, what with the infighting in the governance of the sport. But it's nice to see Civil Defender. Nobody actually, or the two teams that made it to the continent, they were the ones that had the shutdown. Everybody thought, okay, Rivers Hoopers were going to do better than that. But this same AS Saleh, like you mentioned, was the first team that Rivers Hoopers played. They arrived in Morocco in the morning,
and they were playing in the afternoon.
And they played these guys in the afternoon. So they stood no chance from there. Saleh, now that the format has reached the home and away, we just have to make this home advantage count. That's right. And so if you stay anywhere close to Abuja and your basketball, just go there. This is like the national team. They're representing all of us. Go there, show support, show love, and let's see if these guys can cross this hurdle. But one thing is certain: if the 8 best teams on the continent I mentioned, Civil Defenders are one of them.
That's what it is.
I mean, that's what it is.
And that's why we should go out there, support the team, basketball followers. Walk the talk now, because you can come and say, oh, it's only football. They talk CAF Champions, they talk CAF Confederation Cup. So if tomorrow they start playing that match and we see empty seats, we're going to come after basketball for us. So shout out to Civil Defenders. They reached the Elite 8 contest of the 2019 FIBA Africa Basketball League with a 62-58 win over Alain Sportive of Benin Republic. Promise, this is another thing that can develop the sport.
Well, I think I agree with you to some extent. I agree with Alfred. If you want to name the big 8 in Africa, certainly you're going to put them in the mix. And this team from Morocco, fantastic side. Previously, they played Kano Pillars. And I don't want to say what actually happened in that game, but they defeated Kano Pillars and got the better of Rivers Hoppers. Looking at it, they will come from a comparative advantage of having edge over Nigerian teams. But I think the picture may actually be different tomorrow, because the whole country is rallying around Civil Defenders for this. And also away from this, the other 3 games are actually derbies. for 2 teams in Angola. The other 2 teams in Egypt.
And even
of course,
Tunisia. Tunisia has 2 teams. Angola 2 teams. Egypt 2 teams. It's just Nigeria and Morocco.
And Morocco. So,
single teams.
you know, this goes to show the dominance of the North Africans in basketball. I think if civil defenders actually get the job done, it will be not just a Nigerian thing, but I think the entire West Africa region will be satisfied with their performance.
So now Promise has taken it a bit further. It's not just for Nigeria, now West Africa gather together. Let's make a big noise for civil defenders. That match once again will be played tomorrow. Venue, Package B of the National Stadium in Abuja, 3:30 p.m. It will dunk off. So let's wish them all the best, Civil Defenders Basketball Club of Abuja. Let's get on with the show. And I told you at the start that the Nigeria Football Federation, they're set, they're ready for the 2nd edition of the NFF ITO Awards. What do they intend to do with this one? At a press briefing in Lagos today, Barrister Seyi Akiwumi, who is the chairman of the organizing committee, says it's about time to tell the good stories of football in Nigeria. And now that they've got a partner by their side and they're saying well done, they want you and I to follow football, say well done to players, officials, legends. This time around, it even gets better because they're including clubs, they're honoring goals, you know, they're talking, even supporters. Fans, they're honoring them. So at this press briefing, they made a whole lot of clarity as regards what happened in the first edition. Of course, that was the first edition, so they needed to get better, and that's what they're trying to do with the 2nd edition. Let's listen to some of the talking points that came out of this press briefing as we await the awards next week, Monday.
We're going to have a lot of legends giving out their awards, and their profile will be read. We're going to give out some nostalgic awards, which I think will bring tears of joy to some people's eyes. We're going to be also giving out awards to the class of '94, who have done us very proud. And I don't think as a group they've been awarded in this, been honored in this manner. I think they've given them land, but you know, the recognition, I think, is really what I hear all of them saying. This is more than any money you can give to us.
We all speak one universal language, and that's football. And I think it's very important that we need to push for that unity and for nation building via sports. So ITO is very passionate about that. We are happy about partnering with the NFF for this same reason. And we hope that going forward, other companies emulate as well, because the NFF needs support, financial support especially, regardless of what we as an organization have to gain. All we want to do is to be socially responsible and to push for, like I said, nation building.
So that's what it is. It's all geared towards nation building. I love it that they are actually honoring the legends of football in Nigeria. They did it in the first edition. Now they've narrowed it to the class of 1994, because we all love the class of 1994. It's not that we don't love other classes that have come out of football in this country. I mean, I talk about the class of 1980s, Shego, Degbami, Muda, Lawal. They actually made a lot of us in my generation start following football. But the class of 94, oh no, come on. When we talk about that class, you heard the chairman says nostalgic feelings will go down. People will shed tears, because we love our legends, and we just hope that these awards will motivate them. He also said that it's not about giving out lands, but sometimes the recognition is very, very important. So that's it with the NFF Awards. Let's go on this break. When we come back, Alfredo Koligwe and Promise Etim, they will give their thoughts as regards these awards. We want it to get better, and hopefully it will get better. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, there's still more to talk about, so don't go anywhere. Stay.